Welcome back to the People's Podcast. This is episode 7. We got a lot coming at you today. We're going to start off right off the bat. Social media accounts. Make sure you follow us on Twitter @_SmackTalk. Instagram @_SmackTalk. Facebook, search us at WWE SmackTalk. Our blog, because we can't get to everything on the podcast, is www.smacktalk.wordpress.com. And if you're just listening, make sure you watch and subscribe to our YouTube page. Please search us, Smack Talk, the People's Podcast. The link will be in the description in the bio as well. And finally, a huge shout out to our supporters at My Fantasy Sports Talk and WBLZSports.com. Search for our podcast and blog posts on their sites as well. And again, as always, I am Macho Man Matty Savage.
I am Dan Go.
I'm Timo. And I'm Insider BA. And first things first, we're going to start off with my rumor mill. So, obviously we're going to be talking about No Mercy here. Emma, here's a rumor. Original rumor was placed in this match to protect Sasha, Nia Jax, and Alexa Bliss. Now, this is original rumor, so Bayley was not part of, obviously, the original match. Update, the real reason why Emma was thrown into this match, and the whole reason why she's been getting pinfalls over Mickie James and Sasha Banks in the recent weeks, is so that the rumor is she is actually going to be the first opponent for when Asuka makes her Raw debut.
Emma?
Okay. Yes. They want to build the credibility, the reputation of Emma, so that when Asuka makes her debut, she's going to go through Emma. She's going to go through Sasha, probably. Nia. I don't know about. We'll see about Nia. Alexa Bliss. They want to build up the women's division so Asuka can go right through them all and keep the undefeated streak.
So Emma is going to be the Dolph Ziggler of the Raw Women's Division.
Basically, that's right.
Got that. Sounds that way.
The next rumor I got, I don't know if you heard, but Primo is ready to come back from his knee surgery anytime.
Nobody cares.
Epico's been kept on the back burner as well, but the rumor is they are both going to be possibly Breezango's mystery tag team that they've been teasing in the Fashion Files.
No.
That is a rumor, but don't forget, they also rumored that Luke Harper and Eric Rowan are going to be rebranded as a tag team to be as a mystery tag team in the Fashion Files to take out Breezango. It's a rumor. Once again, take it with a grain of salt, because all I'm going to read right now, it cannot happen. It might happen. If it happens, guess what? I did my homework.
You heard it here first.
Next rumor. Let's see. Several people, although the exact methods aren't clear, the general belief is that when Vince got headbutted by Kevin Owens, this is a rumor, he actually bladed himself first, put Vaseline on his forehead, so that when Kevin Owens made contact with his forehead, bam, here comes the blood. Crazy, no?
Hypocrite.
Tells everybody no blade job.
No blade job. He's the boss.
He's the boss, though.
He is the boss. You can't.
Good point.
You got anything, Dan?
Yeah, I just want to add to it. How badass is he for this 72?
72 years old.
72-year-old man. He literally bladed himself, if the rumor is true. So
Exactly.
think about it. There's two ways. He bladed himself, badass, covered in Vaseline, didn't give a crap.
Yeah.
Or let's say the rumor is just a rumor. He literally took a headbutt and was bleeding. So
It's not even about the headbutt, though. He took a damn frog splash from Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens is not... That's a big boy right there, man.
Big boy.
72 years old.
God bless you.
Vince, you are the man.
The true MVP. Now, there's more to this rumor.
Okay.
The reason why Stephanie McMahon made an appearance, we haven't seen her since WrestleMania. The original plan for this whole angle with Kevin Owens and Vince McMahon was that she was going to come to the ring with a towel, and for most of the blood was supposed to be on that towel as I'm not really sure why.
Like a prop.
As a prop, basically.
Okay.
And if you notice in the angle, when Vince is coming up the ramp, she did ask for the towel. They just didn't go through. I think she actually went to Vince to wipe his face, and Vince already
Knew it was
Nixed it.
He already
he
had a lot
nixed
of
it
blood.
right there on the spot.
He had a lot of legit blood. So
It was pretty bad.
that was...
The next rumor. Someone consider this kind of matchup we're talking about, of course, the rumor is after Hell in a Cell, Bobby Roode and Kevin Owens might be in a potential feud. This is great.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Good one, right? Bobby Roode, this is a
that.
great stepping stone. Obviously, the rumor is he's going to face Dolph Ziggler at Hell in a Cell. That is one of the rumored matches for that card. It'd be great for something for Kevin Owens to do in the meantime, because obviously we'll see what happens in the Hell in a Cell
Right.
match
Yeah.
with Shane McMahon.
Yep.
What else do we got here in my rumor mill? Right now, currently, the New Day is going to defend the tag team champions against the Usos.
Again.
Again,
Okay.
at Hell in a Cell.
Okay.
Right now, it's not going to be a Hell in a Cell match, and you guys only think that Shane and Kevin Owens is the only Hell in a Cell match. I got a rumor for you. According to the website I read, obviously I'm not going to name you because we didn't get the rights, whatever. Considering that WWE seems to be intent on having the New Day break all sorts of tag team records, they might be the first tag team, as well as the Usos, to be in a tag team championship match in a Hell in a Cell.
Ooh,
You guys dig
I
it?
can dig
I'm
that.
in.
I think that
I
they need something new for
I know you
something
guys
new for the future.
I
growing
only-
old.
I feel like if they do a tag team in Hell in a Cell, they should be like a tornado tag team. They should not.
Yeah, it
It
has to
should
be.
not be no
Oh,
tag.
it won't be a tag.
Right, right,
right.
Obviously. It's
Stupid.
definitely
I
going
want
to
to
be.
see all. I want to see all hell break loose in the Hell in a Cell. You know what I'm saying?
We deserve it.
Absolutely. So you all heard that Starrcade is making a return to the
Yes.
WWE Network as
Awesome.
a network
That's
special.
Awesome.
You guys are all for it, right?
Excited.
Here's the
Somewhat.
rumor.
Oh.
The rumor why they brought Starrcade back is due to that weekend. There actually is going to be a huge Legends event on the indie scene called WrestleCade. It's a Legends convention, and basically this is WWE's way of competing with.
They always have to compete, right?
They always have to compete with the legends that are going to be at the show. I believe Mick Foley is one that's confirmed. I don't know who else is confirmed for the show, but once again, Vince wants
He's ruthless.
Yeah,
exactly.
I think I saw that.
You saw that, right?
Today, and the lineup was legit. Like they had a really good
It was
lineup.
pretty dope. The last rumor I have for you guys: the WWE is set to confirm that in addition to the traditional 30-man Royal Rumble this year, we might have a new record. History might be made. They are thinking about doing the SmackDown. The women's first ever Royal Rumble match.
I'm not surprised.
I'm
You're not
for that.
surprised.
Not at all.
They've done a Hell in a Cell last year. They've done a Money in the Bank match this year.
Royal Rumble is the next step.
It's the next stepping stone.
And they deserve it. I mean,
Absolutely.
there's enough women,
Are
professional
there?
athletes.
How? It's not going to be a 30.
Well, they
women.
just
I
did
don't
it-
think it would be 30.
I think it'll
It'd
probably be
be
15.
20 tops. Maybe
But you
see
have
some
the women
call-ups.
from the Mae Young Classic.
They might bring in
Yeah.
some
The
NXT,
call-ups.
some
Yeah.
NXT divas.
Yeah.
So
I
And
can
those
see
are
that.
probably just fillers to just get thrown out again. But you know,
At least somebody makes their debut.
what would be exciting is just seeing a couple of legends. You know, maybe bring Tori Wilson out or Stacey
That-
Lita.
that-
Lita. That would be
you
legit.
gotta
Just to get
include
that
them
one.
in
That'd be
first
like
ever.
that. Yeah, that'd be like that Goldberg. You know, last year's Royal Rumble to get into the WrestleMania main event.
I like it. I like it.
Now, obviously, the Royal Rumble is a rumor for the woman. The current plan for SmackDown right now for that woman's title is for Charlotte Flair, who returned last night on SmackDown Live, to beat Natalya. I don't know what pay-per-view it's going to happen at, but she's going to be the main SmackDown Women's Champion going into WrestleMania. This is a rumor, take it with a grain of salt, but she is apparently going to face Ronda Rousey at this upcoming WrestleMania.
Oh,
Wait,
Wow.
who?
we talked about this.
Who?
Rowdy,
No, who?
Charlotte
Charlotte.
Flair.
We,
Because they believe Charlotte, of the current women's roster, would be the one that would be the star power to face Ronda Rousey.
talked
Oh,
about
yeah.
this. We talked about this in our quick jab, so check us out on YouTube for our thoughts on that. We got into it about UFC fighters in the WWE and how we think they might fare. I mean, we had mixed opinions. There's pros and cons
Yeah,
to
it's,
it. Definitely entertaining and be pretty cool to see.
it's
I know.
basically just bridging the gap there. But any other rumors?
That is all I have for you guys. Once again, I'm Insider BA, and that wraps up my rumor mill. I think Dan Go has the next segment we have in store for you guys.
So this is the segment here. We call it Rapid Fire. Basically, Rapid Fire is quick little bullets on primarily stuff that we're not going to get into with the entire podcast. Primarily, this podcast is just about Monday Night Raw, No Mercy, the pay-per-view coming up. So we're not going to get into SmackDown Live, but we're just going to throw out little bullets there. So
You want the timer? Obviously, we're
Yeah.
supposed to do
Yeah,
this.
we need the timer. It's a 5-minute timer.
5-minute timers will be
5-minute
last
timer.
time.
We got all these quick, rapid-fire topics to get to. We're just gonna rattle them off.
Yeah.
You want to?
Alright.
I'll rattle them off.
Or
And
you
I'll
want let's get the timer.
Yeah.
I'll begin the timer going right now.
So
5 minutes.
last episode, we got Rapid Fire through before the 5-minute mark.
Very true.
Now, if we do not do that, once the 5-minute mark
We're
does
done.
end, we stop talking
We're done.
and we move on. All right. So, ready?
You tell me when.
Go.
That's right.
So, for rapid fire number 1, important list of athletes not on last week's SmackDown Live.
Sami Zayn.
Wow, I could spend a whole 5 minutes on this. There's so many of them that were missing. We didn't see Shinsuke in person. We didn't see Bobby Roode.
Bobby Roode.
Sami Zayn
Sami
was
Zayn.
missing.
Mike
we know
Kanellis,
Mike
Mike
Kanellis, that whole situation.
So, I think WWE in Australia really hurt SD Live's production going into
It hurt
the
Raw
process.
also.
So I would say
Yeah.
at Raw as well.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I got you. Shane McMahon KO segments. Wait, that's what an S. So multiple
Ooh.
segments. Hit me.
I've been into it. I mean, Shane McMahon, he's not really a superstar wrestler on the roster, but I'm against it at first, but he always convinces me by the time the pay-per-view's rolling
Yeah.
around.
I'm totally into this feud. I think last week on Sin City SmackDown was way better than it was this past
Yes.
week. I think Shane could have came with a little more fire. Kevin Owens via satellite, love him. You're killing it, KO. Keep it
Yeah,
up. That's
sir.
all I got for now.
That's all we got.
Next one. I hate to bring this up next, just because Shane McMahon KO was so good.
Yep.
Jinder Mahal, Shinsuke Nakamura feud.
Garbage.
And
I'm over it.
I didn't get to participate in the last rapid fire, so I'm gonna go with. It was like a roller coaster, so it had me going up. I was really feeling it, and then last week kind of
It just
hurt. It dropped me a little, but I'm still into it. I think this is gonna be a great match.
one more thing. I'm just not into it. You have one foreigner against another foreigner, but Ginger's whole character is I'm the foreigner and everyone's against me.
Maybe
But
he's
he's
the
going
top
up
foreigner.
against another foreigner,
He's
so
gonna be the top
his
foreigner.
his whole persona doesn't work.
Next, we got Dolph Ziggler. Just gonna throw this out there. I love what he's doing, even though it's got no direction.
Yeah. I don't even know what the end all be all is going to be of this.
I
Obviously, the rumors of Bobby Roode.
Yeah, I've been saying it.
But
It's-
Dolph, every week, I'm loving it. I mean, you guys, you hear Triple H's theme song here, and it just, even though it's not him coming out, I just love
Yeah,
it.
It looks
song.
like him coming out. He's got this water spit and everything. I love. It's so entertaining. It's fun to watch. But the one negative is it's taking time away of all the superstars we haven't seen. Where's Luke Harper? Where's Eric Rowan?
yeah, but it's like
We watch
5
this every
minutes.
week.
He's not even out there for that long. It's like 5 to 10 minutes. Like
But he's out there every week and we haven't seen. That's
Well,
my only. Like,
they're-
I love
they're-
the segment. I
they're
love
setting
it.
up for Bobby Roode, like I said, and I've said it on Quick Jabs, our vlog. Check it out on YouTube. Basically, he's like the Mizdow, but it's like working for him. Mizdow did work for
Right,
Miz,
right.
for Sandow, but it's like he's bringing it 10 times better.
Yes.
And next up, we got, of course, the glorious Bobby Roode.
Where you at?
Where he was missing too. Did anybody? We didn't mention. But where
Yeah.
is he?
We did.
Was
we
he
did,
there last
we did
week?
mention.
2 weeks ago, I'm sorry?
He has not
was
been
not
on
there for 2
SmackDown for the
weeks.
past 2 weeks.
He has been in some of the dark matches, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
which
got
is
to see him.
ridiculous to me. I feel like
once.
if you're in a dark match,
Just
you're
let
not
you
as a
know.
live match.
2-minute warning.
2-minute warning.
Yeah.
So I'm still not done with this Bobby Roode. I just want to throw out there that when you had a Monday Night Raw to lead off to the next No Mercy pay-per-view, and then you have a crappy SmackDown Live, it's not faring well. I feel like that was a time for SmackDown Live to pounce, and they dropped the ball there. But anybody else? All right, then I got my next one for Breezango.
Where are they at? On
I've been-
205 Live?
I've been missing the Fashion Files.
I know. It's
Fashion
been
Files,
so
so key.
Fashion Peaks. I mean, they've been
didn't
away.
obviously didn't hear anything about Breezango last night on SmackDown.
No.
I have not looked at the results of 205 Live. I do know that last week they debuted or they showed up and took Gulak out of the ring because he was doing his PowerPoint presentation. He had his underwear, like
He was
Don't
definitely
wear the
it was a
underwear.
fashion no-no.
Fashion, no. They are the fashion
Give them a
police.
ticket.
Did you guys hear the siren that they had before they came out? I don't know if you guys actually watched it.
Nope.
No.
They had like Scott Steiner's siren going throughout the whole arena before Breezango's song. It was dope.
I can dig that. Last but not least on the rapid fire, hopefully we have enough time, the women's division on SmackDown
46
Live.
seconds.
I'll give you a quick 5-second women's division. It's garbage. SmackDown Live, you definitely need to step up. Natalia, I appreciate you being a champ. I am over you being a champ, though.
Yep.
It was garbage, but now Charlotte is in the main picture. It's about to become great.
And Becky Lynch.
I agree.
Becky Lynch
Charlotte,
as well.
very glad to see you back. Glad that Rick is doing better.
Yes.
Welcome back, and you need that championship back
Yes.
real soon.
And Charlotte should not lose. Charlotte should not be fighting Natalia. Natalia needs to drop that belt before she fights Charlotte.
With 11 seconds left, all I'm going to say is, Carmella, we were you this week. We weren't part of the cash in at all. And with that being said, time it. 3 seconds left.
Not bad.
That's how you do rapid fire.
Perfect rapid fire.
That was a good rapid fire. Now the next part, we are going to definitely get into the No Mercy predictions. That's definitely the whole basis of this podcast. But first, we want to, if you haven't been following us, please do. Our last couple of episodes, we introduced a segment called The Chop. Now, The Chop is the cast.
Painful.
Yeah. The cast,
If you're him.
the cast here picks the winners of the pay-per-view, of the upcoming pay-per-view.
We tried to.
The person who gets the most right, the winning record, is the chopper. Last month was myself, Dan Go.
What
And
about
the
the one before
loser,
that? What about the one before that?
and the loser, and the loser of the chop is the Chop E. Straight 2 months now inside of BA. He's probably getting good callus on his
He's
chest.
gonna have a chest.
But definitely, we want to start rolling in with the No Mercy predictions. But I just want to touch on Monday Night Raw leading into No Mercy. Right before we do get into No
You want
Mercy.
like a 1 minute rapid fire on that?
I could do this in 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
Yeah, you're right.
Raw
Throw
was
it at us, Dango.
terrible. Raw was awful. The quality was not there.
One of the worst go home shows I think I've ever watched.
It's like, what are you
I don't know.
doing?
Is it the Australia? Like, cause
I think it's bad timing. Australia and the
just
the middle-
affecting them, or there's like.
I don't think they cared enough about this Monday Night Raw. I think they no, I wouldn't even say the writers fell asleep. I just think that they built the card enough. The card is going to sell itself.
Yeah.
So they just felt this Monday Night Raw.
You know what stinks?
Taking a week off.
It's Vince McMahon getting headbutted the week before, this Monday Night Raw that passed, obviously. So I thought Monday Night Raw was going to bring extra because of what happened.
It set the table.
With SmackDown Live. When Raw came into town, they did not deliver.
Nope.
It was very lackluster. And I do understand your point. No Mercy has a great card. It's not like
It's not
a bunch of little
spectacular,
matches, but they have enough to keep it going, and now we just got introduced with The Miz taking on Jason Jordan.
Oh, God.
Just wait for the blog that's about to be posted. I try and dissect that, and I really just can't. Anything else on the
Kind of feel like it's such a good card with a lot of good matchups. It should have been easy to get us excited for this. It should have been give us what we want to see right before the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
All I'm going to say is you have 3 hours compared to SmackDown's 2 hours, and you couldn't give us a decent go-home show.
I mean, I should have known better when the opening segment was just a C+. Usually Raw, if you're going to watch Raw, you definitely want to watch the first 30 minutes of Raw and then the last 20 minutes of Raw.
Hour.
Top of the hour.
Yeah, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and of course at the end of the show.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's going to be the ride that we're going to be taking on. Is if it's a bad 8 p.m. start off, you're probably not going to have anything. I think that's what determines the show is the 8 o'clock.
Sometimes, unless they save the big guns for the end. I mean, a great
Well,
segment
even at that,
No, I totally agree with
They have to
Dan on
announce
this
something.
one.
but even at that point, Timo, if you tell me Brock Lesnar is there at 8 p.m., I'm going to watch it because I need to see what Brock Lesnar is going to say. But if you put The Miz out there talking about who deserves the IC title, and then you got nothing coming out of that, it's just like, you're setting the tone, and the tone is not where it needs to be going into a pay-per-view.
Right, but if I know Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman are there, I'm gonna tune in at the last half hour, and you know they can like get
Right.
you hyped up to like to go home. Like the last segment is the best segment and leaves you wanting no mercy.
In the last
But they didn't do that.
the last match of Monday Night Raw.
I fell asleep.
Right.
You knew it. You just knew what was gonna happen.
Who set that up?
Mm-hmm.
Baby boy JJ obviously won.
Moving on.
Moving on.
No
That was
mercy
more than
predictions.
just saying.
Let's get to the predictions. Like you guys mentioned, a lot of intriguing matches this week. Let's just get right into it.
Yeah.
Good luck, boys, because you know what's on the line. The
Yep.
chop is on the line. First up, we got the Cruiserweight Championship. Neville taking on the newest member of 205 Live, Enzo Amore, and
I think this is an easy one.
Who's got Enzo?
all right. So I'm gonna give you this. I really don't think Enzo's gonna win, but if he does,
I'll take a chop just if he wins.
deal.
That's how confident I am. He's
I'm
not
just
winning.
saying.
I don't think he's gonna win because of the whole thing that's been going on.
It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, this.
I give him like a 0.0%
Wow.
chance of winning.
Yeah.
Unless he gets.
He did it to himself. It's not.
He's done it to
No
himself.
feeling bad.
The last couple weeks of
Come
Raw
over.
have been great. He got roasted by The Miz. He got his ass trampled by Braun Strowman this past week for absolutely no reason at all. It's just
That was probably the best part.
Enzo. Get your head
Oh,
into
man.
the game, man. If you want to be a WWE superstar, if
Get
you
your
want to
head out
make
of your ass. Is what basically.
get your head out of your ass, man. I hope
Hey,
you
guys.
get your act together because you're great on the mic. Your in ring is meh.
Subpar.
You need a tag team partner. I've already addressed that. I think that Enzo and Cass were broken up too early.
The
But
injury does leave room for them to get back together when he comes back.
You're right.
Like, I was wrong, Enzo.
you're right.
Yeah, but
Well-
you can. But even at the same token, have you seen? And when Big Cass got hurt, Enzo took to social media,
Right.
totally destroying him or trying to, saying you're a quitter, blah blah blah. I don't see them coming back together, even though it'd be best for business for Big Cass and Enzo. Now the reason why I'm putting Big Cass in this because right at this moment, I don't see him fitting in any match in Monday Night Raw. I just don't see it. It's just because he is one of the bigger dudes. He's a monster in the ring. He's freakishly athletic. But honestly, you're not gonna go against somebody like Brock Lesnar, Braun
No.
Strowman,
No.
Samoa Joe.
Not yet.
You
Not
can't go.
Not yet.
You can't go against John
Give him
Cena.
time.
You can't go against Roman Reigns. Let's be honest. You're not at that level yet. Now, being on squash matches, maybe it'll get you to where you need to be. I mean, it worked for Braun.
Sure
But
did.
Braun has always had that persona going
Yeah.
for him. He was always that monster. You are from New York. It's not really. You're not intimidating.
Nobody
Yeah,
reminds me of.
Me, you're 7
Yeah.
feet. I'm 5'8". Intimidate me.
But
let's
compared
be
to
honest.
everybody else.
Yeah.
And the way I see him, he reminds me of like a poor man's Baron Corbin. And Baron Corbin is already not anything special.
Yeah.
That's like,
Yeah.
he compares to Baron Corbin in a worse way. So I don't see why we need him as a singles competitor.
Right.
Not to drift away.
Yeah, we gotta
I'm gonna bring it back
Please do.
into this match. I just feel like this is not a good match for Neville. I think WWE realized that they made a mistake by taking the title off him, and giving it to Tozawa for 6 days.
Brief.
6 days.
Yeah.
He should have never lost the title. He's far and away the best superstar on 205 Live, which again is why he should dominate this match and win in a convincing fashion.
He needs to.
I wouldn't even be surprised if this is on the kickoff show. They haven't announced any of the kickoff show matches yet,
Mhm.
but definitely Neville. I think it's across the board. I think we're ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even
Across the board,
we
we
saw this one.
Sorry, Enzo.
We're all choosing Neville to
Yeah.
win.
He just haven't shown anything.
All right, moving on. This feud is dying in
slowly.
slow
It
dying
sucks.
death. Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt. Is this the end of the feud? 2 questions. Who's winning the match, and is this the end of the feud?
Also, I'll be happy to start it.
Please.
Go ahead.
Bray Wyatt is going to win this match. He needs it because the Demon Finn Balor won at, what was it, SummerSlam, right?
Right.
And what was the other question?
Is this the end of the feud?
Is this
End of the feud? No, because they both could be 1-1.
It's tough.
I can go. I mean, I'm
go ahead,
ready.
go ahead.
I'm ready. So, winner of this feud, Finn Balor. And this is the end of the feud. Finn Balor. Just like, and I'm not saying anything against Bray Wyatt, but Bray Wyatt I don't think has ever won a feud since he started in the WWE main roster. And I think it's just going to keep going.
You technically won the feud against
Yeah.
Seth Rollins.
Yeah, you gotta give him that.
Just saying. And that was a couple months ago.
1-12.
If you've been following the podcast, you know my talking smack was Bray Wyatt, and I'm not picking him to win. It's going to be Finn Balor. The feud is over. It's dying. We got to see the Demon King. I think the Demon King should have been saved for like a third match.
Yes.
Would have made more sense, but SummerSlam is one of the biggest.
Kind of jumped the
pay-per-views.
gun, but I mean they've rounded it a little. They've kind of rounded it together with making this a
Yeah.
man versus man match.
Yeah.
Whatever
Yeah.
you want to consider that.
Yeah, but I was gonna say, SummerSlam is one of the bigger pay-per-views. Makes
So it needed
sense
to
to
happen.
bring it there. I mean, you want the Demon King, you want to sell that merchandise, Vince. But I can't pick Bray Wyatt anymore. Finn Balor wins.
Going back to what you were saying with SummerSlam being a big pay-per-view, if you remember at the beginning of the brand split, Bray Wyatt interrupted Finn. I believe that was the beginning of June. That is really when that feud should have started, because if you remember, they
Right.
put it off because then they had the
It was a fatal five-way.
fatal five-way.
Whatever it was.
Right.
and then they finally brought this feud back in right before SummerSlam.
They're
So
so inconsistent with it.
yeah, going with my pick. It's killing me right now because I know that the chop is on the line, but man,
It's not that bad.
I'm not gonna get chopped.
It's not that bad.
Bray Wyatt needs this win.
Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna break it down. I don't think this is
You
the
ain't-
I
you
don't
ain't
think this is
picking
the end
Bray.
of the feud.
Don't with your heart. Don't do like BA.
No, I'm going with my heart,
Oh.
and I'm going with what I really think is gonna happen. I think Bray needs this victory. Finn Balor can take the loss. You know, I mean, he's loved
Can
by
he, though?
everyone. He can.
Who can take a
Absolutely
loss
can.
better?
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you something right now. Both of these guys are not ready to be in the main event picture. Granted, Finn's never got his Universal title rematch, whatever you want to consider it. But these guys are not ready to be in the main event picture right now, which is why they're going to keep this feud going. I don't know how. I don't know what they're going to do. But damn it, Bray, you gotta win. So I'm taking Bray.
I just want to touch on what you said. The reason why Finn never got his Universal rematch. It's because it's another rumor. It wasn't in my rumor mill. I'm just going to throw it at you now. Basically, they didn't want to throw Finn Balor at Brock Lesnar like they did Samoa Joe. They don't want to hurt Finn Balor as because he's already down there. Like
Right.
he's been hurting since he came back from injury. And basically, they don't want to feed him to the Beast as another opponent. They want to save him for when the Beast is finally rides off into the sunset. If it happens, we don't know what's going to happen if he re-signs a contract or whatever. But that is the reason he even never got his rematch clause.
So we got a two on two here, guys.
Yeah.
It's a
We'll
split.
see what happens. Moving ahead, the Raw Tag Team Championships are on the line.
This
This is a good one. Seth and Dean taking on Sheamus and Cesaro.
The
This
Bar.
is kind of just considered their rematch.
I think it would be right.
I don't think
Yeah.
they've had their rematch
This is
yet.
their
Right.
official.
So, anybody want to stop this one off?
I would love to.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
The Raw Tag Team Champions are going to be none other than Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. I think what they have right now, as much as I hate what they're doing,
Hate it.
I think they're going with the flow right now. Basically, Seth and Dean Ambrose, they brought the Shield sort of together. I don't think they lose the belts for another pay-per-view or two. So I'm my pick: Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose.
I'm gonna go with Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose as well. I kind of do like what they've been doing. I mean, I think they have a great chemistry together. You can see it when they're on commentary in the ring. Even when one's wrestling, the other's not in the ring. You can see the other they're into it. They look entertaining. I think they are better as champions right now than Sheamus and Cesaro will be.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick right there Seth freaking Rollins and the Lunatic Fringe, Dean Ambrose. I'll tell you what they should do because I know Dan's not feeling them anymore.
Just not on board
Not
right now.
anymore. They should do that. They kind of like teased it, like just in a way of them being themselves at the commentary table. Why don't we get like a not a rip off of D Generation X, Triple H and Shawn Michaels, like best friends, but they should do that. Like go on the mic and just not give a damn of what they're doing, just because they run the show. Like you know what I'm trying to say? They ran stuff backstage. They should do like that comedy stuff. Not like Breezango, but like the way Triple H and HBK have been doing.
I don't think they have the same persona.
No, they don't have that.
They're
in
more.
them.
Yeah, they're more.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry.
They're more like performance focused instead of.
I got you.
Dean Ambrose tries to be funny, and Dean, you are not funny.
That's
okay?
what's killing my vibe.
I want you to know you are not funny. Even
Don't say that to Tim.
I'm sorry, Tim. He's not
Sometimes
funny.
he is, and sometimes he's
Seth-
cringeworthy.
Even Seth. I mean, I've already voiced that I feel like he's definitely better as a heel. He's not funny either. And with regards to this match, I'm going to agree with everybody on the team here. Seth and Dean will retain. But, I mean, don't be surprised if they throw a curveball and have Sheamus and Cesaro when the title's back.
Just keep it going.
I'm still waiting for Sheamus to get off TV because apparently that rumor from like way back he's supposed to go film a movie. What's going on? You filming the movie or not?
Take it with a grain of salt.
Take it with a grain of salt.
I don't want to. I just want to touch on again the Seth and Dean Ambrose, and I think this is why I fell off board. Was Dean Ambrose is just not on the level that I need him to be. I think that he lost a lot of spunk. Can I say that? He just lost his credibility. And last week on Raw, when Gallows and Anderson called him a nerd, and then Seth Rollins got him like he said, "You don't want to do that." And then all of a sudden, Dean Ambrose was like, "I hate being called a nerd."
Whack.
Get out of
Too
town.
cheesy.
It was corny.
Too cheesy.
But you guys are on my winning list here.
Go ahead.
Can I just cut in on what you're
Go
saying there? You're saying Dean's falling. Getting a rumor right now, actually. I don't know if you've heard. WWE has released a survey to the fans on what they would like for the WWE Network. One of the actual, what would you say, topics?
Mhm.
Like
Options, yes. Yeah. Was, would you want an edgy promotion, a brand? TV-14.
ECW.
Yes.
ECW. They are thinking about a weekly version of ECW. Would that not be a great fit for Dean
I
Ambrose?
think that's too much. I mean,
You don't think like
not in
it's-
this day and age, but nobody really watches 205 Live as an extension. And
Yeah,
like
but
once a
if
week,
they,
and they want to do the whole European thing, and now I don't.
but if they come with extreme
too much.
every week,
I think it's tough for me to.
Exactly.
Get
That's
on
a
the
lot to
network.
ask fans to watch on a daily basis. Or
True.
a weekly
I would
basis
rather
with
them not
4 or 5
change it.
shows.
Yeah, I'd rather them not change it and just bring TV-14 back.
Right.
To the convenience of me watching Monday Night Raw where it used to be. Now I totally get it. I understand that you can't do that anymore. I agree.
they're
You
never going
shouldn't.
to live up to what ECW
And you,
was.
you shouldn't. The attitude era is gone. Ruthless aggression era gone. I'm okay with that, but don't give me like unicorns and magic.
What
New
about
Day, that wasn't against you. But honestly, like, I need to see something more than... I need to see... Put it this way. If I can get the Bullet Club back together and they never mention the word nerd again, that's a win in my book.
I'm
win.
on board with the nerd now,
Well,
but
I
that's
can't
just
be
me.
part of that. I feel like the two
Now, sometimes it's
boss
forced.
to be
Sometimes
called a nerd.
Sometimes it's forced, sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's I don't know. I'm kind of 50-50 on
So
that.
I just wanna close out this match with one more thought. I think it's definitely gonna lead with Seth and Dean with one turn on the other. It's
Again,
Inevitable.
yeah.
it's inevitable. I mean, that could end up being like a WrestleMania feud
That'd be
that I could get behind. But I think they're both, despite me not liking what they're doing, I guess as a tag team, they're great as a tag team. And I think they're in a good spot right now
Yeah.
with the way Raw's being set up, all that main event picture.
I think they got the green light.
I think they're in a good spot, and they're gonna win, and it's across the board, and we're gonna move on.
Are we? Because I just want to throw one more thing in.
Go ahead. One more.
One more thing. All right. I know a company that's not in a great spot is obviously GFW, or is it GFW?
Anymore.
Whatever they're called now, Impact TNA. That was another option on that survey, by the way, if they want to see content of TNA, Impact, and GFW. So does that maybe see Vince buying TNA and becoming the owner?
I think Vince buys it just to buy him out.
Why not?
And not even.
Just to buy him out.
Don't
Get
even
rid of the competition.
Don't work. Well, basically,
Keep them all.
close them out so he doesn't have competition. Because back when Vince McMahon did a podcast with Stone Cold, Stone Cold asked, "Now that you bought out WCW, do you think the competition is gone?" Vince McMahon answered saying, "No, because now I'm not just fighting against WCW. Now I'm going against every TV program because we are the only wrestling program. So I need to fight everybody to get me where I need to be. So TNA, Impact, I buy them out. Don't need another wrestling program. I don't need another show on the network. I'm fine with not having top matches of Impact because I didn't watch them for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Kick them out. Be the top dog. Bring back Bobby Lashley, and then we're good there.
I mean, a lot of good talent did come from TNA.
Right.
But no, that's not fair. Because a lot of good talent came from TNA, which came from the WWE.
It's a big cycle. I mean, they'll get the top talent if they want it, no matter what.
Right, but WWE dropped them, and then that's when TNA took over and made them the top talent of TNA. Basically, what I'm trying to say is WWE gave those guys up because they didn't need them. So, they're there. That's fine. They do their own thing. I'm good with that. I don't need Impact on the network.
Yeah. I hate to cut you off, but if you want to continue. Just at the
Either way, this next match, it's probably gonna be a quick discussion. We got.
No,
I don't know who to pick.
It's gonna be The Miz against Jason Jordan for the Intercontinental Championship. I think this one's a quick one. If Jason Jordan wins,
I got some bad news for you.
Uh-oh.
I'm afraid I got
The odds are pretty close. If you look at the betting sites, the odds are actually pretty close for this match. I mean, it could be just the WWE trying to throw us off, but even that's scary because why are they trying to throw us off? Miz should be the favorite by a lot, and he's not.
So my concern here is the way they built Jason Jordan in general, and then on top of that, what they did with him this past Monday Night Raw. He was in the back, all hyped up, pretty much announcing that he was going to be the guy to win that six-pack challenge at the end of the night.
He spoiled it.
I mean, granted, he's showing his toughness, I guess, like he's guaranteeing he's going to win, this, that, and the other, but I just didn't like it. I can't get behind Jason Jordan first and foremost.
I don't think he's there.
The Miz he makes every feud better with his mic skills.
Yeah.
Again, I'm just not feeling this match. Not feeling Jason Jordan. I feel bad for The Miz. He will make this a decent match. Jason Jordan as a superstar in the ring is great.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just really hope they don't put the title on him because The Miz deserves it so much
Has
more.
The Miz passed the record, the Honky Tonk Man?
I think it was when the last time I saw it, I think it was about 10 days to. So I think getting to Sunday will make him pass it.
I think he needs. Once he passes it, I'm afraid they're just gonna be like, all right, time to put it on Jason Jordan. So, I mean,
where are you going with, Tim?
I don't know.
I took The Miz for what it's worth.
Yeah, please. Make your pick. I like that.
The odds are close.
You never go with betting.
Don't go with betting
WWE.
Who am I,
Just
Brian?
Huh?
Checking the betting odds. I'm gonna go with The Miz because I think he should win. I'm gonna go with my heart on this one.
Yeah.
Cool.
Which has not fared well for some of us.
No, I think the cast. I'm hoping Brian, picks The Miz.
We'll see when we get to the
But for my pick, I think The Miz wins. It would be a damn shame for Jason Jordan to win.
We'd have a pretty angry podcast.
Yeah, the next one would just be fire. I would literally set stuff on fire.
It wouldn't even be rapid fire; it'd be straight fire.
Yeah. the reason why people are remotely into this match, even if, and I'm not talking about, I am not into this match, but people out there are, and I don't blame you. The reason why you are is because The Miz made it for you. He literally brought you out the plate, cut the food, and fed it to you. He did everything. Jason Jordan was just standing there. Because if Jason Jordan did grab a mic and he did start talking, you would be so uninterested that they wouldn't even put this match on the pay-per-view. I'm going with The Miz because he definitely doesn't deserve to lose to somebody like Jason Jordan. Not a knock on you. You're just not there yet.
I agree.
With that being said, you all can start this one because I am not going to go against The Miz on this.
Oh, okay.
I am with The Miz. Just like Dango said, if Jason Jordan wins this match, the Intercontinental Championship will lose credibility. That's what I think. And he does not deserve it. He needs to show more. He needs to develop his character more. He just needs to do everything more.
It's just not ready.
He's not ready.
He's not ready yet.
Until the big payoff, apparently, hopefully. So this Kurt Angle.
We've
will
seen what
enjoy this
happens
time.
to superstars shoved down our throat, like
Right.
Roman Reigns. He'll
Yeah,
be
and
forever
John Cena.
booed.
Yeah.
He will
It took
be
me a while,
Ever
but
booed.
I love
Yeah.
Roman Reigns.
But let's start that one.
Let's start
Years
round
ago.
one. Let's move ahead. This next match, I'm gonna have
This is fun.
this.
Read the
this
names.
is interesting.
This is where
Well,
somebody
first-
gets chopped.
Yeah, this is going to be the
we're
one.
gonna decide. We're gonna start. First person to make a prediction on this will be Insider BA because I already know who he's picking. We got the Raw Women's Championship. Alexa Bliss defending in a now fatal 5-way because Bayley's back.
Yay.
What?
Give me a hug.
She's taking on Sasha Banks, Nia Jax, Emma, and Bayley. Brian?
Doesn't even need to be said.
Does it need to be said? Doesn't need to be said.
For the podcast.
For the recording.
For the recording. Why in the hell would I go against Alexa Bliss? Come on. You can't go against the damn girl. She is the best thing that Raw has. And I'm going to leave it at that. Alexa Bliss, you better retain this championship. If not, I'll be happy to take another chop for you.
All right.
Damn.
That's what I'm going to leave it at.
I'm gonna hit you guys with mine too.
Oh my.
I am gonna.
This is getting crazy.
This is crazy.
This is gonna be good.
I just want to say one quick thing before my prediction. I do not agree with the addition of Bayley to this match. No,
Yep.
no offense. It just felt just
Forced.
rushed. I mean, I think you
No
could have
point
saved.
to it.
You could have saved her comeback for a bigger moment, I guess. If you really wanted to make her comeback better, you could have had her come out last Monday night, or I would have kept it for the future. Come out and turn heel on Sasha Banks. That would have been a twist. Then you would have had my attention. Instead, you just have her come out, help out Sasha and Alexa take out Nia Jax, and then
so
poof, into the match you go. So Bayley, you are not winning the championship this Sunday. And with that, my pick is Alexa Bliss. Alexa
Good.
Bliss will retain. I think I'm going to disagree with the rumor that it's going to be Emma up first to take on Asuka. I think Alexa Bliss is getting primed to be Asuka's first opponent.
Right away.
Sorry, that's when she
On
will
Raw?
lose.
On Raw?
Asuka's on Raw.
Yeah, I'm saying, no, when I said that rumor, that's going to be her first match.
Oh, first match. I thought you
No,
were
not
saying
her
her first feud.
No. That's
Oh,
going to be
okay.
her first match.
It's gonna be a
She's
squash match.
Yes.
With Emma.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
That's what I was trying to get at.
Alexa Bliss, again, is going to win this match, and the person she is pinning, Brian, I would like to know who you think she's pinning. I'm saying she will be pinning Emma because that's all she's in this match for. Give Emma a chance. Hashtag give Emma a chance to get pinned in this match.
I don't think Emma's going to get pinned because of what I said in my rumor, so I'm going to go with what my rumor is saying, where she's going to be the first opponent, so they don't want to make her the first, like a loser. I mean, that was the original rumor, the updated rumor, but I think she's going to pin. This is a fatal 5-way, right? It's not elimination, right?
Right. One pin wins the match.
Oh man.
One thing.
Oh, that's tough. You know what? Let's go with.
Do you want to make this a bonus point?
Absolutely.
This is a
You
bonus
went
point.
with
If you
Emma
pick,
getting pinned.
Emma's getting pinned.
Emma's getting pinned.
this is a bonus.
I'm
point.
going to go with.
Can't lose on this one.
This is the
Bonus.
make or
It's
I'm
break.
bonus
torn
point.
between Sasha Banks and Bayley. I'm gonna say Bailey gets the pin.
Ooh, after coming back. Well, I'll tell you who's not winning. Emma. I'll start there. Second, Bailey. Not winning. Third, not winning. Sasha Banks. She never wins on pay-per-view. She only wins on Raw. So that leaves Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax.
Oh.
I'm going to go against the crew right now. I'm
Yes.
going Nia Jax. I think she wins to Fatal 5-Way.
I'm gonna chop the
So-
stupid out of you, boy.
So I'm going with Nia Jax because I think... I don't know what I'm thinking. I don't know what I'm thinking, but I'm going with Nia Jax.
I like
Who's
it.
she pinning?
She's going to pin Emma.
Emma.
Yeah.
Wow. Dan?
You know what? I am going I'm going to pick the person who gets pinned,
Okay.
none other
Oh Lord.
than the champion,
I knew it.
Alexa Bliss.
Oh.
Now I'm gonna tell you basically how it's gonna go down, and then I'm gonna give you my prediction. So what's gonna happen is Sasha Banks gonna try pinning, Bailey's gonna stop it. They're gonna go off and ride off to the sunset fighting. I don't care. Get away from me. Emma, she's gonna take one Samoa drop. She's out. Like she ain't waking up for 30 minutes. What I'm giving you is Nia Jax wins the title. She deserves it. She's too powerful. I think what's gonna happen is every competitor, obviously besides Nia Jax, they're all gonna gang up on Nia Jax. Nia Jax is gonna play the sleepy. I'm going to sleep. I took my ZZ quilt. I'm gonna sit out here for a little bit, and then when the going gets tough, because we all know the more we see Nia Jax in a long match, it can get a little ugly. So I think she sits out for most of it, comes back. Bailey and Sasha finally going at it because this should be the WWE's dream. They need to make that happen because this is just, it's looking like a Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, we're best friends all of a sudden.
Yeah.
After we beat each other up, so we got to break that up. But Nia Jax, the only thing that I wish you do win by is by your finisher. Don't give me a Samoan drop.
Which one? She has
No,
yeah,
she is a leg drop queen. Keep that going.
Okay.
I like that. Don't give me a Samoan drop because that hurts here. All right? Stay away from the Samoan drop. Keep doing it. Don't pin nobody on it.
Samoa drop and then leg drop.
I like that.
It's
So-
it's like the rock bottom people's elbow.
Exactly. I can work
Oh,
with that.
man.
Samoan drop, leg drop. So many drops happening. That's how you win. Alexa Bliss.
You've been a great champion.
Sorry. But I think that there's more to that feud. And I think that you can keep that going. Nia Jax. Boom. Alexa Bliss. Boom. We keep it going. But I'm just saying, Nia Jax is leaving No Mercy with the WWE Women's Championship belt.
All right. So we got another split. We're going to move ahead. Maybe the biggest match on this pay-per-view, John Cena versus Roman Reigns. We've already discussed all of the hype for this match, all of the promos that they've been cutting on each other. I really just want to know who you guys think is going to win this.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll tell you.
With a quick.
I'll tell you who's gonna win.
Wait.
ahead,
You're
go
going
ahead.
to go.
Dan, go
I
ahead.
just heard that this may be the actual main event.
Aha.
Isn't that
Wow.
something?
Aha.
There's no way.
I think
There's
that
no
will
way.
happen.
Sounds like my rumor becoming true from quick jabs.
I think it's going to happen.
I don't.
It's too
that
much.
shouldn't happen. It's a champion needs to go in the main event. I
Yes.
hate that.
I
hate
agree.
that.
I
We've
agree.
seen it before. with
We've
the
seen it
champion.
before, and I've hated it before. Don't
I
do
agree.
that, WWE. Don't do that.
I mean, but like you got two major superstars.
I know.
I think that they pack more of a punch.
Brock Lesnar's the biggest star, though.
John Cena's leg pad packs more of a punch than Braun Strowman right now.
Yes, but
Take it for what it's worth. Hate me for it. Braun Strowman's getting that.
Brock
It's
Lesnar
not there.
is his contract is priority number one in the WWE. So if I'm Brock Lesnar, I'm going in the main event. That's it. That's all.
I'll write myself into it if I have to.
Exactly.
But you can say the same for when he came back and he beat The Undertaker. He still had that big money contract, and granted, it is The Undertaker, it's at WrestleMania, but you knew The Undertaker lost on accident. He got hurt. You can't tell me that was planned, because
It
they
was
wouldn't have
planned.
brought it back and made him lose to Roman. Like, No, that if you lost on accident, you got to redeem yourself. So you win Bray Wyatt. That was pointless. Come back to lose Roman.
No, are you saying that
was planned.
Undertaker finish wasn't planned?
That was planned.
I don't think
Losing?
so.
That was
Really?
planned.
I don't think so because there's YouTube
It was
videos out there.
You're in the conspiracy right now.
Oh yeah, I'm big time.
We're gonna have to have a new segment, conspiracies of the WWE.
All right.
I think that was not planned. I don't think Undertaker could have went anymore, but there was no way to make Undertaker look strong to make a finish. Brock Lesnar took control, did his thing. That 21-1 should have never happened because you don't lose, come back. You lose a stupid feud at WrestleMania, which Bray Wyatt had one of the better WrestleMania promos with the Undertaker, and he came in with a coffin and he brought the drama. He should have won that.
Yeah, I feel like Bray should have been the one that broke the show.
Right. And then you bring him in to fight Roman, which had no. You're the big dog. That's what you brought. Like,
Brock and Taker are really close, so I mean, I can see Brock giving it up to Undertaker.
I can see that.
Undertaker giving it up to Brock, but
I just didn't see that happen.
I disagree. But we'll have to get into some
That'll be a
conspiracies.
quick job.
Good job.
A real one.
All right, on to the prediction.
I
I'm
think-
going with Roman Reigns.
Did Dan give us a prediction?
No, that was Tim O. You went.
All right, Tim.
Explain,
I'm
baby.
going with
Explain
Roman
your
Reigns. They've been crapping on Roman Reigns this whole time. He's been getting the short end of the stick in the promos. John Cena's been laying into him, kind of breaking the fourth wall, which is great. I love the promos. I love the fire that John Cena's bringing. But it's going to be Roman Reigns in the end. He's the future of the
Wholesome
company.
boy.
John Cena is doing his movie thing. So I just think it makes more sense
He's
for
a
Roman
part-timer.
Reigns to win. Yeah.
He's officially a part-timer.
What do you got?
What do I have? Well, the person who's going to win in this match is obviously Vince McMahon. The amount of money he's going to make.
There's gonna be so much merchandise being
This
sold.
match sold itself before they even got
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
on the mic with each other.
So, I've been more on board with John Cena lately because of what he's been doing. I'm still against Roman Reigns. It is. I know he's going to be fed down my throat like John Cena was back in the day. But I'm actually going to pick Roman Reigns to win this match because of what John Cena is supposed to go film a movie and probably go back to SmackDown. Unless my rumor comes true with The Undertaker making an appearance. If that rumor is true, then he makes an appearance or his gong goes off, interferes somehow in the match, and screws over John Cena as he's about to win, and here comes Roman Reigns' spear. So with that being said, Roman Reigns is my pick.
Okay.
I want to go next.
Go ahead, Dan.
Only because I
Oh,
want to piggyback off that, but I think you got your wires crossed.
You think it would be Roman Reigns that gets screwed over?
Yes. I'm gonna tell you, and now I'm gonna give you my
I'll
champ.
come back to.
I'm gonna give you my pick. My pick is none other than John Cena. Now, before that was the first time I heard that come up with the gong, and that was really what solidified me picking John Cena here. Honestly, if you never said that, I would have had the gong. I would have flipped the coin because I feel like these both competitors cannot lose. But now that you brought that up,
Did you
great
hear my
point.
rumor though? Like what I said? At all? Like that there was more to it. On
What?
my rumor. I basically said that he only wants to come back to face one man, and that's John Cena.
Right, but I think I understand that.
Yep.
I think what it should be, and this is why I'm picking John Cena, is because the gong goes off, and I feel like once that gong goes off, if both men are not paying it, if both men aren't just stopping and seeing what the heck's going on, because Roman beat The Undertaker.
Right.
So he needs to be focused. He needs to know, all right, this guy's coming back for a rematch, or you can go. So what I'm saying is that gong hits.
It affects Roman
Why?
Reigns more.
Why would it affect John Cena when they haven't had any interaction? Like that hasn't been there. You know what I
Gotcha.
mean? So
That's why-
and Roman Reigns calling the big dog. This is my heart, my yard now. I'm the big dog.
Mhm.
I think that gong hits. If anything happens, what I want to happen is they both look up and they both kind of reset the mat. Like they kind of just go again when they finally can go back to themselves, compose themselves, I should say, and go at it again. But if that gong goes off, and I pray it does, because I love that damn gone. Roman needs to be more shocked than John Cena. Because John Cena is still unprovoked by the dead man.
I definitely respect what you're saying.
Makes
here.
sense.
You know?
It definitely makes sense, but you know WWE how they are. They make you think it's going to be this guy that the interference is going to be on, but then they flip the script.
Right.
It happened with Triple H, Kevin Owens, and Seth Rollins in that Universal Championship match last year. We all thought, oh, okay, Triple H is going to come in, help his boy Seth Rollins.
Right.
What happened? Pedigree of Seth Rollins.
Right.
Kevin Owens, you're the new guy.
But what I'm saying is, like, that has a nice backstory to it. So
Right.
you see that, and then
It makes sense.
like when they had that promo at WrestleMania, and I honestly just watched that like literally like an hour ago. You've seen Triple H talk about, I gave you everything, you didn't go through on
Right.
your end,
Yeah, I got
so
you.
it has that backstory coming along with it. But the Undertaker just dropping in like, hey guys,
But
John Cena.
what about this for a backstory? What if Undertaker is like coming back to face the man that they keep calling the face when he's been holding this company on his back since 1992, I believe is when the first episode of Raw happened. Isn't that not a backstory right there?
It is, but I think that would be just a separate story in itself. It wouldn't be the time right now to do that. I agree. I agree with
You
Dan.
Survivor Series.
I'm not hating on that. I'm in complete agreement with Danny.
All right.
If Taker is going to come back, it's 100% to come back for Roman for another match. I think it's Roman Reigns has been running around talking about how it's his yard. I mean,
That's what I'm saying. It's
Wow.
got
It's not a backstory. I got you.
is he just going to let that go and respect Roman for the win and just let it go? No. So, with that being said, I'm going to give you my pick, and the winner of this match is John Cena. John Cena is going to win this match. This is at the end of... the feud's probably going to end because, again, Cena's going to go off the film, this, that, and the other. They're going to bring this back. It's going to be kind of like what Cena did with The Rock. Cena is going to win, and then eventually pass the torch on to Roman at maybe WrestleMania.
I think that'd be
Cena's going to win. That's it.
All right.
say no more.
We'll see. We got another split.
We got another split.
We got another split. Let's move right along.
No.
Main event.
Roman Reigns, by the way.
Brock,
I didn't like it at all.
Brock Lesnar,
I'm with Brian. Damn.
Brock Lesnar, Braun
That's a
Strowman.
bad sign.
Massive main event. Not sure if it will be the main event.
But it's definitely
Main event worthy.
absolutely.
With that being said,
You leading us off?
no,
You want to hold off?
I'm gonna hold off.
Alright.
All right.
I'll eat
Okay.
it. I'll eat it. I love what's going on here with Braun Strowman and Brock Lesnar. I feel like this is a heavier version of the Samoa Joe Brock Lesnar, and that's no shot at weight here. I'm just thinking that it's just bringing a little bit more power to a match. Samoa Joe, you brought it, and we all loved you for it. We praised you on our last podcast when that match did take place. I feel like this is huge, and I'm not just talking about the men that are in the match. I'm going with Universal Champion Brock Lesnar to retain, but there's going to be bodies broken in half by God.
Chaos.
Now, if I'm going to ask a question after we go through everybody, just know I have a question after all of your picks. Okay. So Brock Lesnar wins, retains the belt. Next,
This is the Beast versus the Monster. I'm going with the Beast, Brock Lesnar. I don't see him losing to Braun just yet. I think it's going to be really close. I think you're going to see Brock Lesnar look kind of vulnerable, and like for the first time since Goldberg, he's going to be kind of manhandled and surprised at what Braun Strowman can do. I think it's going to be a quicker match, though, as is usual with Brock. But I think it's just not time for Brock to drop that title. This is the best kind of storyline he's been in like month to month. You know, he's had it with Samoa Joe, Roman Reigns, Braun Strowman. They're all in the mix, and it just keeps the mix alive if Brock Lesnar stays champ.
Want me to go?
No.
I'll go. All right, I'm wearing the shirt. for Brock Lesnar. I'm not sure where Brock's going to be by the end of the year. Not sure how many more dates he has left on his contract to close out this year. So, with that being said, if Braun Strowman wins, which would not surprise me whatsoever, I'm taking Brock. But if Braun wins, he absolutely deserves it.
Yeah,
he does. He's had one of the best years. He's by far having the best year in WWE.
Yeah.
His come up has been incredible. His feud with Roman Reigns was incredible. This build for this match has been incredible. Braun deserves it. If Brock is a way that I could book this is Brock is gonna disappear until Royal Rumble.
Yes.
Let's just say. There I could see Braun winning, but I'm gonna stick with Brock. I mean, I can't pick against Brock until maybe WrestleMania.
I got you.
I'm going with Brock.
I'm in the same boat. I'm going to pick Brock Lesnar as well. This is a rumor way back. Basically, not Paul Heyman, I'm sorry, but the rumored finish was that to keep Braun Strowman strong was that there would be a disqualification in Lesnar's way, and maybe Braun destroys Lesnar and takes him off TV. That was a rumor. That's a way to write him off until Royal Rumble. Great. Playing off of what you said.
Yep.
So I'm going to stick with the Beast, Brock Lesnar, in this situation, and hopefully we get a match number 2 at Rumble, and then the ending at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Of course.
I can take that.
But
I like that.
if Braun does win, I think we'd all be okay with
Absolutely.
I'm okay
getting that one wrong.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
We're all in unison there.
So that's what we got. That's No Mercy predictions. Good luck, guys. There's a couple of picks that will decide the chop.
Absolutely.
There's also there's a couple
bonus
splits.
points in there.
There's
Bonus
that
ready
one
to
bonus.
roll.
Points.
Oh man, get
Those
your
bonus
chest.
points might be the thing.
With that being said, we're gonna move along. We're gonna skip laying the smack talk today. We're gonna save that for a show where we just talk about Raw and SmackDown.
Right.
But always gotta go with the fan questions. We
Favorite
got a couple
segment.
to get to. I'm gonna pull them up real quick. One came from Twitter.
Yeah, they're great questions. I mean, please keep them coming. We love to share our opinion. And not only that, we also want to hear back from you. So when we do answer these questions, we definitely want to know if that was the same path, if that was the same thought that you guys had. So please reply, comment, ask more questions. We'll definitely try to get to everybody. We'll definitely tag you in it when we do post everything.
Absolutely.
100%.
So the question comes from Danny J Afro 91, I believe it is. Sorry if I got that wrong. He's asking, was the gender segment racist from this past week's SmackDown Live?
He said that Shinsuke likes to eat cats, dogs, dolphins, whatever he was. That's pretty
Dolphins,
racist.
not dogs. Dolphins.
Cats and dolphins?
Yeah, it was
That's
Dolphin.
That's pretty racist if you ask me. I mean, he said called him Mr. Miyagi, made fun of his accent.
Yeah, made facial
I
expressions
hate
that
laughing
he
at it.
has. It's all the same because I'm not gonna go there because I'm not racist, but I think it's racist. Absolutely. Like
After all the talk of him being discriminated, like
Yeah,
the
it
racist segment.
kind of didn't make sense. Like,
I believe it went that route. I just can't. So, to answer your question, yes. But the reason behind it is I can't see gender going off script to be racist.
No, it was definitely written.
So it was written,
It was poorly written.
but let's go there.
it was like unscripted racism unintentionally.
Not
Yeah.
the first time.
Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
not.
Can we go back to the John Cena man? No.
So the next question, it's actually a couple of questions, comes from Brandon Grant on Facebook.
my buddy Brandon.
First one, since we're talking about gender, when do you think he's going to lose the title, and who should he drop it to? I want to say we've had this question on one of the podcasts in the past. What do you guys think?
We'll answer it again.
He's gonna lose it to Shinsuke.
When?
I mean, probably at the next pay per view.
So?
Yeah, I mean they got to take that last segment bombed pretty bad.
Bad.
This whole
I mean,
feud
he's
is
been
bombing.
losing. They need to just get past gender. I was behind him as a heel for the longest time, but he's getting stale.
Yep, I agree.
You can see how he's getting stale because Shin can't really talk, and he has to talk more. And the more he talks, the
Can't
more
carry
I want
the feud.
to out, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And, I think he's also going to lose to Shinsuke. And you think it's the next pay-per-view? What's after Hell in a Cell? It's
Survivor Series. I don't think it's there.
I think he'll lose at Hell in a Cell, and there'll be a rematch at Survivor Series, where he'll probably lose as well.
I'm going to say he holds it until Survivor Series, and that's when Shinsuke will win it.
All right, so I'm going a different route. I'm not saying next pay-per-view Jinder loses. I think he retains. I don't think he loses at all to Shinsuke. Who I do think he does end up losing it to, and I'm going to tell you the name, so give me a second because I'm going to explain as well. So I think he loses it to the Glorious Bobby Roode, and here's why. Glorious Bobby Roode was the NXT Heavyweight Champion. You left NXT, the champ. I think you lost the match, but you were the top dog. Do you go straight back to the U.S. title? We all want to see AJ and Bobby Roode. That'd be amazing. But I think the heavyweight title would look pretty damn good on the Glorious Bobby.
Pretty glorious.
It would. But I don't think
I think we heard BA's rumor earlier that it was going to be KO.
KO after
enough time.
I think Glorious will get there. I want Ginger to retain. I want Ginger to hold his belt for as long as possible. The only thing that is holding him down is his mic work, which is simple. You can fix that by giving him an opponent that is perfect on the mic.
Yeah.
Less mic work from Jinder, because you know he's strong. He's got a great physique. He can hold his own, but he can't work with the mic.
He's actually been getting banged up.
Put somebody with the microphone to make that segment work. Now here's where The Miz may come into place. Not a rumor, just my opinion. This would be great for Jinder to really step up with The Miz carrying the workload. So I'm not saying we need The Miz, even though I did say that. I'm saying we need a player like The Miz that's great on the mic to carry Jinder on the mic until he gets to where he needs to be on the microphone.
Bobby Roode's pretty good.
AJ Styles.
AJ Styles, the U.S. champ. I just think that the title is not even a big deal on SmackDown anymore because Jinder's feuds have been lackluster. Nobody's watching SmackDown for the heavyweight title. They're watching it for the U.S. title.
They're watching for the U.S. and they're watching for Shane and KO.
Yeah.
And Breezango.
That's why I think it needs to get off of Jinder as soon as possible.
I agree. So his second question, he asks, what do you guys think WWE can do better to improve ticket sales? I don't know if you guys see the pictures of the arenas. They're pretty bad.
Can I answer this one?
Yeah, it's all you.
Hire us as a creative team. How about that?
That was my answer.
Right? Just do that, because clearly you're making us fall asleep with a go-home show, and SmackDown was pretty bad this week, too. I think it was, I put the poll up, and I think the results came about, it was average.
Wow.
I would say it was below average.
Yeah. Both shows.
Put the shows in Boston more. You saw those crowds. You heard them. Put it in Boston. Put those shows in Boston.
This is a great leadway to a blog that we're going to be putting up here. So the SmackTalk team are going to come up with a storyline using the current storyline that is out there. We're going to give our opinion on how the storyline will go, and we want you, the fans, to be Vince McMahon. You can X the entire creative operation that we have going and stick with what's going on now, or you retweet it because you approve of it. So keep an eye out for these blogs. We're going to be posting them on Twitter, Facebook. I will be putting them a photo of them on Instagram. So just a reminder, so when you do see it on Instagram, go back to Twitter or Facebook, like it, comment, and we definitely want your opinion on them. So please, this is your chance to become the Vince McMahon that you've always wanted to be. Thank you again. We appreciate you guys following. Please subscribe.